There is a guest in my podcast. It's Jim Barakat. So welcome to the young Sundqvist live podcast.
Gäst.
And the only time he's satisfied is when he's all drunk.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Thank you. Welcome to
Thank
my
you.
podcast.
Thank you, John. Thank you. How's it going?
It's all right. I'm a bit nervous and I'm really sensitive and have been lately. So
Oh, okay.
I think it's because I stopped taking my ADHD medication. But before that, I also felt like overstimulated. So
Righto.
I try things to keep my emotions down.
Good thing you've brought in a naturally argumentative and bickering, rude person to the podcast to chat to for an hour.
Yeah. So, how was your day? Did you come from work?
I was just studying today, but we had little sleep last night because one of our brood wet the bed. So just normal, boring, small barns for elder stuff where it's just okay. Now we're exhausted. But
it's still äventyrligt.
yeah. It's vardagsliv, but yes, nothing too exciting. We had a good gig yesterday. I thought everybody had a good gig. I thought I had a good gig. Then I watched the video of myself afterwards and see a stammering, pausing, fucking forgot what the fuck he was supposed to say, sack of shit. And I'm like, I wasn't as funny as I thought I was. Okay, I think it was just Guyland laughing at the back of the audience, giving me a fucking false impression.
Jag tyckte att du var faktiskt en av de roligaste igår kväll. Så ibland kanske man inte hör på kameran. Och helst om det är de som där framme som skrattar, kanske inte de där bak i vars man har kameran.
No. There's that. I mean, it's not even that. It's just I see like, I thought I was like super professional, and then I just see this, and fucking like, no, that's it. I'm an open micer. Fuck myself. What a sack of shit. Getting up there and getting on his mic, couldn't remember the fuck he was gonna say. God damn it.
Jag tror då du och jag har motsatseffekt. För mig så tänker jag alltid bara, för fan vad dåligt jag gjorde, jag bombade så här. Och sen så alla kom upp till mig och bara, wow, du är så rolig och så här. Jag bara, va? Nej, det kan inte stämma. Så kollade jag på filmen och bara, de skrattade ju.
That's it. I have too much unnecessary overconfidence. So in the moment, I think I'm doing fucking fine. And then afterwards, I'm like, why was everyone so kind to me after that? That was so polite of them to be laughing at that bullshit.
Just det. Yeah. Så du var en student, sa du det?
Yeah. I'm an ADHD student, so I'm taking 8 years to do a 3-year degree.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm doing that. I've worked a bit and just, chipping away along, do a bit of comedy now. Now podcasting.
Så vad var det du studerade för någonting?
Computer science. It's I have ADHD, and I decided to pick up computer science and found out I had ADHD doing computer science in Swedish with kids during COVID. So we should stop discussing it before I began beating myself in the head with your fine microphone.
Är det typ tråkigt eller?
If I start like talking about it with any enthusiasm, like really getting into it, everyone watching will want to shoot themselves in the fucking face because it is it's a struggle of a subject. I mean, it's cool once you know, but anytime I try to explain it to any civilians, they all please stop talking. So I'll spare you that. But no, I mean, main thing is enjoying a bit of comedy now. Like I'm getting to do some more regular gigs, badly as of last night, but more regular gigs, and it's a lot of fun, and the scene's a lot of fun. We're starting to get. You have. I'll be honest. I saw you last like 2 years ago, and I was like, but like since last year, you have been coming back and doing the most insanely fun sets that I've seen at Skull. Like every time you go in, you smack absolutely. And don't worry, I'll talk some shit in a bit, so I'm not just gonna fucking say nice things to you the whole time. But you've been absolutely smashing it, and you get the whole crowd, even the fucking resistant ones that are just appalled by everything else they see all night. Like, was that one blonde chick yesterday? She was just looking at me like. So she either didn't get it or she was horrified, but she was doing that to everyone all night. Like she was laughing at you. Yeah.
Det är som en snubbe jag uppträdde för nyligen. Han vände sitt huvud mot väggen bara så här. Nej, jag ska inte titta på någonting som du säger. Alltså, han var så hela kvällen bara helt så sur.
Oh fucking hell, that's brilliant. Yeah,
jag bara skrattade åt honom. Det är som han försöker typ attackera mig, men jag ser bara någon liten ung
that is such a Swedish fucking heckle. If ever I heard of one, it's just a silent fucking adjustment. Not saying a word.
Just det, passivt aggressivt.
Yeah. No, but there's always one. There's usually one at Scum anyway, where we do our stuff most of the time. There's usually one who's just like stone faced for like the whole set, and it's you never really know if they're just not following or if they're just fucking horrified by like whatever you're trying to say, or just you're totally bumming with that one person.
De kan ju också vara typ så här autistisk och de alltid bara stoneface.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in this country like 12 years. I still can't tell all the time, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. För mer svenskar är ett stonefaced.
Yeah. That takes for the fish out of water like experience of coming to Sweden. You guys have very stony faces that are very hard to read. It takes a long time to realize you're not all pissed off all the time. It takes a long time to realize you're not all like you're not all robots, and not everybody's autistic. There's a lot to pass. There's a lot to unpack with Swedish facial expressions.
Det är så här, min psykolog sa när jag gjorde en autistutredning. Så sa han bara, hur fan har ingen gjort en sån här på dig? Och jag vet inte. Han bara, det måste vara för här i norr så är alla typ autistiska. Så om någon är så här en ensamstöring då bara, det är bara en annan norrlän.
Yeah, exactly.
Han bor själv i en stuga och inte pratat med någon på 3 år. Bara, det är bara en...
I will be honest. You could have a questionnaire to say, är du från Västerbotten? Or är du autistisk? And it could probably be the same questions and you'd pass on both. Do you know what I mean? Like you could just hand those out because, yeah, less people are... this is how I describe it. And this is, sorry to anybody watching this that gets a bit offended. But I have, when describing to people back home, in my piss-takey way, it's like what it is to be up here. It's kind of like in Game of Thrones. Going beyond the wall, and it's full of White Walkers, except it's people on the autism spectrum. So once you get past, I don't know, Sundsvall, then you're just into like pure autism territory. Yeah.
Just det. Vart var det du kom ifrån? Alltså, jag vet du kommer från England.
Right. If I start the bio, it will be like pretty obvious. Okay, this guy has ADHD. So I come from the UK. So I grew up there in London, but I was born in Lebanon in 250 years ago during like the 80s. Yeah. So but me and my little brother, my parents were there till I was 3. Then we moved to the UK and just grew up in London. And then then I, in like the mid 2000s, I went out to Australia for a year, came back to London for a couple of years, went back out to Australia, stayed out there for 4 years. And then me and my Sambo got together. But she had already moved back to Sweden at that time, and my visa had run out by a couple of years. And then, she was like, "Yeah, you have to come. You have to come move into my apartment in Norrköping," and that's.
Yeah. All right. Och hur skulle du beskriva hur är människor från London?
Shit. It's honestly, I used to think it was like I used to have better things to say, but every time I've gone back, like every couple of years, I'm like, fuck this place. I'm thankful I don't have to live with people like myself anymore. It is great. No, London's great. It's fun, but I haven't been there in so long. Basically, I've like dropped in for a couple of weeks twice in like 15 years. So I just see, I just see, or like twice in 8 years or something like that, right? It's like rarer and rarer, even though I speak to people back home all the time. But like when I go in, I just like, fuck, this place is worse. This place is much worse. It's just grimmer. Everybody's miserable. It's grey. It's raining. All the pubs have closed. So back in the day, it used to be a nice pub party culture. But like if you're in your 20s, it's probably still fine for that. But I don't know. You know, I'm an old man, so I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. But it used to be a lot of fun. It used to be a bit of a, it just used to be a bit of a summer party all the time, even when it was shitty weather. You know what I mean? The pubs were packed out, so yeah, there was nothing. The houses were shit. There was nothing to do, so everybody went to the pub to socialize. But like, really all over the place, and it was a lot of fun. Now, I think all they do is have race riots and crime. Stabbings have increased. You know,
det låter faktiskt som Gällivare vars jag kommer ifrån.
Oh yeah.
That's istället för att det är grått och så är det bara kallt.
True story. You drive into London from the northern road, and there's a sign outside saying "twinned with Gällivare" in Sverige. Yeah,
gör det?
Yeah, predicted. It's like twinned with Gällivare, helvete. Is that what Gällivare is like? Is it just basically a rough ass?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you can do there is to go to the pub. We used to have a cinema there, but someone burned it down.
That's okay. That sounds. I think I get that town now. When you have the one thing and somebody destroyed it, that's that's like if it was in Australia, that would be a Mad Max town straight up.
Yeah. So there's a lot of drug addicts there, or just miners who are just miserable because they never see the sun. They just always down in the.
Wait, hold on. That's a wild claim to throw around in northern Sweden. Never seeing the sun.
Oh yeah,
it was our first bit of sun in 8 months now.
But they even see less of that since they're down in the mines, like 1,000 meters below.
Down in the... Oh, right. So it's like basically half underground or something.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to look into this because this sounds like a bit of a fucking storybook thing.
Faktiskt, det är ändå häftigt att så här se en dokumentär.
You look like you might have emerged from a mine.
Jag kommer ju där från ett gruvsamhälle. LKAB är jättestort i Gällivare.
And don't be offended. I do look like a chimp that had some radiation poisoning. So that's it all goes around.
Just det. Jag tänkte också fråga. Jag har hört att i Storbritannien, jag vet inte om det är sant, men att era som alkoholhalter är lägre än här i Sverige på typ pubbar och så. Det kanske bara är en myt att typ the beers you drink is only at the pub like 3.5.
Yeah. Dude, that is true everywhere. So like when I came to Sweden and like my Sambo's brother-in-law's brother or whatever took me out to the pub. He's like, we're going to try this beer now, and it was like 7%, and I was like, what the fuck is are you? Now I'm ruined. Like now I drink, if I'm getting myself a beer, I'm like looking for a double IPA that's like 9% or close to it. But yeah, we everywhere else, because people drink more, they'll be like, we might be out all night. You know what I mean? We might have 20 beers. We might be out till 3 a.m. And so you have 3% beers, and it's you stay hydrated the whole time.
I would like that more also. When I drink folköl som vi kallar det.
Yeah.
Men det går inte att köpa på pubbar och så. Och man vill inte sitta och smutta på en öl så här hela kvällen.
It took, because I was in Australia for a long time before I came here, and they're the most serious drinking culture I've ever seen. They are like, I'll tell you, I can get to a story about like drinking and driving later, but the somebody else drinking and driving. But over there, we would have like just a barbecue, or people would take you to a barbecue, and everybody would have 20 or 30 beers at like 3%, and it's 3%, so you just chow them down. You come to Sweden, where like if you go to Systemic, you don't get anything under 4 or 5% as a minimum, and you just try and go at the same pace, and you're like, why am I an alcoholic? Why is everyone looking at me like I can't handle my shit?
Just det. Ja, för jag hörde det att engelsmännen här blir jävligt fulla på krogen, men då är det för att de är vana att dricka då.
Yeah, because like you guys have like your fentanyl level of beer here, so it is like 3 times the percentage. Like, I was working in a warehouse a couple of years ago, and there was a guy from Slovenia, and we would drive trucks up and down the forklifts up and down the warehouse. Picking stuff up, and you'd see your buddy on their forklift, and then he'd just park up in the aisle and just have a chat for 5 minutes and then carry on. And he'd just come up with some other complaint about the like something because he just moved here, and he was like, oh, I can't believe it. The beers, they're so strong over here. I like to have 10 beers in a night. I can't. It's a common thing, but yeah.
Maybe we just drink a lot up here because we're so miserable or something.
Nah, it's fine. Yeah, I think it's healthy. I've gotten used to the Swedish drinking culture, like 1 or 2 beers, and that's it. It's good. But then it works well to be in bed early after your 1.5 excessively strong beers, you know.
Ja, hur länge hade du bott I Sverige? Eller det kanske du sa.
Yeah, I probably babbled it, but I moved here in 2012 to Norrköping because my Samba lived down there. Then we lived there for like 2 years. Then she didn't like it, so I was like, well, why don't we try moving to London? And so I moved there for a year, and she didn't like that. And then she got a job back in Umeå, and she's from here, so we moved back here in 2015. I think 2015. And we've been here since. And
så då har du bott här över 10 år?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can practice svenska, men...
du kan svenska.
Yeah, I mean, ingen gillar... People like that less than me speaking in English, so that's...
That was your, like, approach, but why should I have to learn Swedish? Why everyone else learn my language?
No, dude, I tried. Trust me, I tried. But but the second I'd fuck up once, like people were like, we're switching to English right now, and every English speaker has the same thing. And my Samba was like, if I try and if I'd mispronounce one thing, she would get like, no, you can't speak Swedish. Give up. Like, all right, fine. But I can. Just I don't.
Jag tror ändå inte att någon bryr sig egentligen, för alla kan ju engelska här.
Yeah.
Så, alltså de enda kanske som inte kan är väl äldre generationen, men de håller ändå på att dö ut.
Yeah, it's that yeah, I just have to worry about the boomers, but other than that, I do in my daily life where I have to, I use Swedish. My kids only understand me in Swedish, so I have to speak.
Okay.
So I can speak 4-year-old. De förstår, men there was like a period during COVID and like studies for each one where they'd be at like daycare for like a month while I was busy. And then, like for our oldest, just after 1 month, she'd learn to speak and speak Swedish, and that was the only thing she'd understand. And like she understand, I only speak English to their mother at all. But for some reason, if I was like trying to like don't touch that boiling water, she would only understand that if I said roar into there. You know what I mean? So I've just had to like keep up with the parenting with them in Swedish. But I'm working on them. But they and they understand, so I can't like do hemlet. Secret speak to their mum anymore in English because they understand everything. So they don't speak it back to me yet, you know.
Just det. Det enda ordet som jag uppfattar som du säger på svenska är Sambo.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an English word.
No. That's for the audience. Like sometimes it's just easier to like just drop that word in. It's a little bit like low key, you know. Just let people know I'm not making it up. I have lived here a long time. I know the words.
Sambo, vad säger man på engelska då?
You just say girlfriend or missus. You'll say missus if it's not your wife, basically. So if it's like a long term, you live together, a relationship, you'll say your missus or your other half, but like they won't. But like it's a nickname kind of.
För vi svenskar fattar inte det här med missus.
Miss, right. The amount of times I'm like, because like you know how Swedes are real literal. So I will be as a couple will be with talking to somebody and this is my missus ex, and they'll be like, okay, nice to meet your wife, and she'll be like, I'm not his wife. It's like that, but no, that's an English way of saying like girlfriend or live-in partner, but it's no one wants to say partner because it's like are we running a business, or are we
Ja.
chasing down some Apaches that have stolen somebody? Or yeah, I mean, it's
Faktiskt, det har jag också alltid tyckt låter så konstigt när typ äldre människor är ett par, men de är inte gifta, så bara det här är min flickvän. Det låter så här
yeah.
jättekonstigt.
It sounds a little bit high school. It's like, are you holding hands? Like, how long are you going between SMSs? Do you know what I mean? Is she calling you up at 2 a.m. or what? It's a bit teenage, you know?
För sambo är väl att det kan ju lika gärna vara rumskompis, men jag tror ändå att vi alla kopplar det ordet som någons flickvän.
No, I like it. That's one of these like Swedish things where it's like you guys have thought something out. You got a fucking word for a thing that works, and it's easier. It saves me talking time. You know, it's just that nice little 2-syllable fucking done. Everyone in Sweden gets it. No one in England gets it, and I have to explain it to them. But who gives a shit? I don't go there anymore.
Ja, men det är ändå så här perfekt för oss att lära oss 2 språk som svenska och engelska, för vissa ord på engelska finns inte i svenska,
Yeah.
vissa i svenska finns inte på engelska.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. There is a lot of like, and this is actually a little bone to pick sort of thing, but you guys have a thing where you have a word that isn't in English, but you'll act like, even though you'll say we can't explain what it means because there's no way to explain it to an English speaker. I'm like, just try. They're like lagom. And it's like, I'm like, so it's exactly right then. Not too much, not too little. No, you don't get it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I fucking get it. It's exactly right. This the Goldilocks amount is what you're saying. Like, no, it's lagom.
It's in between lagom.
No, in between is just in between, but like lagom is exactly the perfect, like the precise amount. It's like like Goldilocks, like not too hot, not too cold, not too fucking hot, not too fucking cold. You know what I mean? Just exactly right.
Just the neutral, maybe.
But this is from lots of abuse. I've been tortured into knowing what lagom means now. So lagom is supposed to be. This is why I was told I couldn't understand it in Swedish, because it's not just like a blank thing. If I've got this right, I might be talking shit here. I don't know, but it's supposed to be the just right amount. So it's just like, nah, that's still too cold, that's still too hot, or that's still too much, that's still too little. And then it's like, no, perfect. Like there's some perfect measure of anything that you're experiencing or doing that is lagom, as far as I understand it. I might have got that wrong because it's a magical Swedish word that no one can understand.
Det är intressant då att alla så här invandrare, det ni får lära er är ordet lagom. Så här, på en expertnivå som är far beyond our Swedish conception of the word.
I think I got it. I think I got it right the first time because I'm a comic, and me and my Sambo have argued since we met. So we're always roasting each other before we were ever together. So it's pretty brutal sometimes. So when the first time she was yelling at me, explaining lagom in that way, in a tough way, and I was like, I think I get it. She's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Can you fuck off lagom? And she was like, what? No, yeah, fuck off little more lagom. No, little further. But I thought that was fucking hilarious. She didn't either.
Just det. Ja, jag vet inte, men ni hittar väl kanske bara bra saker att bråka om.
Yeah,
det var jag kom på så här när min syster berättade bara, alltså jag tror inte jag och min pojkvän ska vara tillsammans, för våra bråk blir bara värre och värre. Och då kom jag på bara, jag tror det är för att ni blir bättre på att bråka så här. Det är så att ni slåss med varandra och bara hitta värsta.
That is literally it. The more you bicker and argue with people over time, you both get better at it. So it's a lot of fun. That's how a good way to live life.
Faktiskt, det kan ju vara väldigt roligt att bråka också så här.
It's different because it's not a Swedish thing. It's not really a Swedish thing, is it? You know,
Nej,
I mean,
alla gör ju det.
Yeah, it's but like if you like took, say, my family or any regular household back in the UK, everybody's just arguing all the fucking time over just constantly. Like, no, it's almost like the whole country doesn't like each other intensely, like even in same family household. But it's a lot of fun, and it makes for interesting conversation. A lot of it makes for a lot of issues, actually. Yeah.
Men man blir ju bättre på att debattera och så.
Yeah, that's
Och jag tror också så här, jag tror inte det är hälsosamt för typ förhållanden eller så vars de inte bråkar. För då håller de bara inne allt.
Yeah, that's a tumor. Yeah, you're getting a tumor from
Oh.
that. Like if you just, I couldn't. Both me and my missus wouldn't be able to be polite to each other forever. Like, we couldn't make it a day being just like calm and normal.
Oh.
we have to have like just one point of argument, even just for silliness' sake. You know what I mean? Because it's just it's boring otherwise. You know. So, sorry to anyone listening with your nice polite relationship. I'm sure it's fine.
Det är som det Black Mirror-avsnittet vars de ratear varandra med stjärnor. Jag vet inte om jag har sett det här.
Vilken säsong var det?
Minns inte om det är säsong 5 eller något så här. Det är som att alla ratear varandra med stjärnor och så försöker de alla upprätthålla en så här perfekt fasad, precis som människor gör på sociala medier.
Yeah.
Men alla människor håller bara inne alla sina känslor.
Oh yeah.
Och det slutar med att hon blir fri från det här systemet och så börjar hon bara skrika bara fuck you på någon snubbe.
Mask off, yeah.
Och det är som en så här värsta kärleksfull stunden och fast han också bara you fucking cunt. De bara blir så glada för att de får äntligen vara människor.
Yeah, that's it. It can't be nice all the time, or else I think if like there's a thing, if you try and be like nice and polite all the time, not as a bad thing. I think like just behaving well is really important, and choosing to is great. But if you just if you never let like a little bit of don't vent a little bit of negativity, I think that like ends up manifesting in some different way, like Nazism or fucking or serial killing or some shit. Like you see how many like mild-mannered people end up doing some savage shit. Like Joseph Fritzl was probably polite to everyone forever, but like he bottled up, so he had to do some. I think that's
det de också säger om Hagamannen bara han som var så trevlig och snäll så.
Yeah, exactly.
Han höll säkert inne allt och sen bara kom det ut och han bara hoppa på kvinnor.
Yeah, just go swear in the car, like fucking just screaming to the driving wheel and do one of them, or walk to the Sambo and just vent about how bad you're gonna handle the situation next time it pisses you off. You know, that sort of thing. And that's I think that's. Then again, I might just be a bad-tempered person, so I don't know.
Men det är samma så här, jag är ju mycket i så här andliga kretsar, alltså umgås med så här spirituella människor.
Okay.
Och vissa spirituella människor, alltså de är bara
are you talking
råttgift.
Are you talking religious, like Christian sort of thing, or like you're talking more like mysticism, spiritual?
More like New Age.
Yeah, okay.
Because all of them, or a lot of them, they keep this facade of like playing this role of peace and love.
Yeah, I mean, I've encountered years ago. I've encountered some people in that, like, in that sphere, and there's a thing called like bliss ninnies, which is basically they get a bit of a mystical experience, spirit, like you said, and it's the same thing. It's like they convince themselves, okay, I'm finally good, and then they think I'm not evil, and they just it's all that one-way traffic, and it's a feedback circuit, and then they end up being quite vicious. And when you get to their cults, they end up like, or like when organized groups, they end up being super cunty.
They always end up in being like a cult leader.
Yeah, exactly.
Or end up like killing themselves
Yeah, sorry, but you were talking about it. Carry on.
No, I was just gonna say like they also like judge people, or they have the idea that you're not supposed to judge anyone. But what I've noticed about them, then they pull in like the worst fucking people to their life because they have in their mind like, no, I'm not supposed to judge them. They are just as good as everyone else. And then they like surround themselves with alcoholics and drug.
Hey. All right, lay down on the alcoholics, okay? No, they're not all that bad.
No, jag håller med. Jag tycker inte alla så här alkoholister är dåliga, och det är samma med till och med knarkare och så här, men jag menar vissa människor i den gruppen är ju riktigt, alltså
well you have like two tribes of everything, so you have like good and bad drug abusers and you have good and bad alcoholics. I'm not an alcoholic, but I do like a drink. But I'm a happy drunk. So if you pour alcohol into me, I'm just nicer and happier and more pleasant. I'm not. I might be annoying. I might fall over or something, but I won't actually be negative. I won't be a negative presence. Yeah, I mean, there's some, but actually, I'm lucky like that. But so there's some people that like drink and they get bad. They shouldn't do it.
För mig så här, jag brukade bli fruktansvärd när jag drack. Och jag drack så jävla mycket, alltså bara för att typ våga vara social och så här. Alltså det är intressant, jag drack alkohol för att våga vara social och få vänner, men jag vart så en hemsk människa, det bara
that's one of those things. I think I know somebody like that who like drank to be social, but they were an absolute prick to their friends and everyone around them, and they were a mess drinking, and yeah, they were pretty unlikable, and then they sobered up. And then they became more unlikable. It was somebody who went into therapy and became more of a prick. Yeah.
För mig så var det ändå att jag tog paus från alkohol och sen började dricka igen. Då var jag lite mindre jobbig.
Yeah.
Sen tog jag en paus och lite mindre jobbig. Och sen till slut så, nu om jag dricker då är jag typ ganska likadan som jag är nu.
No. But you said you gave up. How long since you quit drinking or stopped drinking?
1 år sedan.
Yeah, okay.
Så det är inte för att bara, wow, nu måste jag hålla mig nykter och så här. Det bara blev så av sig själv. Det är som jag bara, just det, jag glömde bort att...
You know, that's the best way to do it. Just let, listen to what your body's telling you. It's like, I don't feel like it, and then just don't. You know what I mean?
Precis, bara jag var inte sugen på det så alls. Jag drack faktiskt en halv öl för kanske 3 månader sedan på skum då. Men jag bara kände, jag tycker inte om det här lilla ruset jag kände, så jag bara la bort det.
Yeah. Now I only, because for like 2 years I'd never have a drink at Scum because I was broke. I had to drive in, drive out, and like and had the kids and all that stuff. But it's been like in the past few months, it's been a lot easier to stop by the bar and have a beer just to loosen up a bit. And I've had some fun with it actually. But the most I've been drinking in a night, aside from a bit of wine with the sambo or whatever, it's most I've been drinking in a long time, and I'm justifying it a lot now. I'm like, this is fine. This is work related material, but
faktiskt, jag brukar också älska så att dricka typ någon öl efter på Lion Bar, så här, no big deal, inte så att man blir typ bakfull eller något.
No, yeah, it's. I mean, that's probably why I'm justifying it today, because I think I had like one too many last night. Being an old man like myself, but do you know what it was? I actually learned to love it because we did the Umeå's roller Gäst in November, and I had a good one, but it was like it was a fun. I really liked how I did it, but the thing was, because I was out on a date with my sambo. It was so she was out. We had a couple of drinks beforehand, and by the time I was going on stage, I realized, or by the time I was about to go and like the acts had started in the first half, I realized I'm actually fucking hammered. Oh god! So I had to like really like have a Pepsi, do the whole okay, get it together, chew gum, like no more. That I know you're thirsty, just wait. But it ended up working so well that I was like, this. Oh god, this is good. I might do this again.
Just det var som en före detta så här alkiskomiker i Umeå. Jag vet inte om han träffade han Stefan.
Is he the one with like the quiff and a leather jacket?
Oh yes.
Yeah. He has the B-roll of his own life. I know the guy.
Han sa bara, jag dricker så här när jag uppträder, för annars bombar jag. Men jag tyckte han bombade ändå. Men hans bombningar när han var nykter, de var brutala.
Yeah. If you're gonna bomb, be drunk. Do you know what I mean?
Jag har också provat så här, vara full på scen och prova hög och så här.
Okay.
Bara för bara se hur det är. För mig förändrar det inget, förutom att det kändes som jag gillar mer att göra nykter.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I did a few. I think it depends on a lot of energy. I think it depends a lot on preparation. I never prepare. I'm always underprepared. So
just det. Det tror jag är en ADHD-grej. För alla vet komiker som har ADHD. Typ Peter Hedman som såg igår.
Can I tell you something? I got an ADHD diagnosis in 2020. Yeah. I did not meet a single living soul with ADHD in my like academia and working in a warehouse or anything like that for 4.5 years. I go to Scum, and I met on the first day 7 people I now know to have ADHD. I was chatting to Christopher. I've chatted to someone whose name you didn't hear last night, and he was telling about how his son has ADHD diagnosis. And I'm like, your son does? And he's like, yeah, and my dad does. I'm like, your dad does? And he's like, I'm like, you certainly do. If anyone's on the scene, they have ADHD. Because I think it's like a requirement to be doing that thing.
Faktiskt. Och i alla fall Peter då, han gör som du, eller jag vet inte om du gör det, men typ bara en timme innan han går på scen börjar han skriva en lista så här.
Yeah,
Jag skulle aldrig kunna göra det. Jag tror att jag är för rädd för att göra det där. Jag har typ många mardrömmar om att jag ska gå upp på scen och bara, nej, jag har inte förberett mig för också.
I've had to start. I did try to prepare a little bit more, but it ends up being that it's just because it's a time thing. Because I've actually got shit like the deal I made with myself when I like thought I decided that I'll do this around studying was like, okay, I'm gonna do this because I can't stop like comedy's bleeding into like my lab reports. I'm trying to make jokes in like the totally most inappropriate situations all the time. Like I have to channel this somewhere, right? I was like, I can't like lose a day that I need because I've basically been studying 200% for 3 years now. So I can't lose a day like writing. If it comes to me, I'll write it down and try and remember it. And it's like, but I'll basically let ADHD win. I will prepare as late as possible. I mean, I'll try. Now I'm trying more, but like it has been, I'll prepare as much as I can, but with like not getting in the way of anything else. So ADHD win, and I've been preparing the sets like minutes before, and more like just going up with nothing and just winging it. And hopefully the audience gives me something. Something happens beforehand. So like we had a Christmas. I don't know, the last one at Christmas. I had it was a lot of fun because everybody was. We were all pretty festive, but Eric was up after winning Umeå's Rollergaster, and everybody had a little bit about it, and it gave like a good. You get a lot of stuff to just play around with what's happening in the room. That's just then you have good gigs, and then that's a good way to do it. But like yesterday was tough because there was nothing to start with, and I'd prepared it actually. I'd written it out, but I hadn't like gone over it, so it's like. Sharp, and that's just the price, you know. Fuck, I'd meandered there. There was no point to that. I thought I did, but that's ADHD, people. There you go. That's my life. All right.
Det är ingen fara så här. Jag också tänkte säga. Nu glömde jag bort faktiskt.
Yeah. There's 2 people with ADHD here, so.
Jag har ju faktiskt ADD och igår så drog jag att det är som ADHD men utan det roliga. Så.
I think they're pretty much the same. I think it's just actually I don't know.
Jag i alla fall så här hyperaktivitet och mycket energi och jag menar det är som är roligt och glatt så här. Vi är som bara i det kan inte koncentrera.
That if it is like that, that's pretty shit.
Men samtidigt tycker jag faktiskt om det för det känns som att vara ett rus i sig. Man är som inne bara en dimma som bara.
Yeah. The hyperactivity bit of it is probably the toughest bit because it's like you're going to sit down and do your task. And you just don't. You just get. I got to do this, and I got to do that, and then I got to do this, and then you've cleaned the fucking spoons, and you know you've got. Oh shit! I forgot that there was that loose screw in the cupboard in the fraud, and it's like, all right, I'll do that, and then that's how it can like sprawl into these massive fucking epic sagas of like a day's worth of shit. Before you were going to get to your 15-minute task, and then you can lose a week doing that.
Det är därför så ADHD-människor prokrastinerar saker.
Yeah, and you can get like paralysis. And like, I'm good. I've actually like being serious.
Just det för att de ska göra en massa och sen bara fastnar de.
Yeah. I had a lot of trouble with that, and like I just being serious. Like when I started studying and stuff, I would. have that, like, so you just get paralyzed, frozen. You just don't know how to, like, your brain won't let you start the task, and you'll distract yourself. So the hyperactivity will kick in and have you going around. Oh shit, I got to do the laundry. I got to do this. Oh no, I got to polish the window. Oh, there's I have to send that letter to Försäkringskassan and this and that.
Det är en massa olika saker man
ska göra,
och vet inte vilken man ska börja
med.
Så här.
The best part is like I will get distracted by a subject that has no relevance, but I'll become a fucking expert on it in 12 hours, like a fucking genius. I will learn everything about some virus or some strata of history, and I will know all the details. Or I'll know everything about some science, but there's no use whatsoever. I'll try to do this entry-level shit that I'm working on, or try and understand some basic stuff that I need to. Fucking, it can't look. You'll be reading the same chapter. Like, if you get stubborn about it, you can do it for 3 days.
Shit.
Yeah, it gets pretty extreme.
Men ja, då kan man ju också vara väldigt bra säkert på hobbys och så. Man har en så här hyperfokus och så.
Yeah.
Men också, det kan också vara jävligt dåligt. Jag vet, för jag får hyperfokus. Alltså jag kan sitta och rita ibland i vissa perioder. 14 timmar om dagen, varje dag i flera veckor eller månader. Och alltså, även fast alla andra delar av mitt liv bara förfaller och jag ser det, så kan jag inte stoppa mig från att rita. Bara, jag är beroende av det här som det vore jäkla crack eller någonting.
That's exactly it, man. It's the same thing. When the thing takes over, like, so you can get distracted with random shit, but when a specific thing takes over, fuck trying to concentrate. Fuck anything else in your life. You're going to be stuck on that one little tunnel. And it's the same thing. Like you do a lot of drawings, and we actually have to discuss one of your works of art, actually. But I was like, naturally, that's my thing. Like, I was born able to draw stuff like comics and shit like that. It was kind of weird. My dad was the same. He never had any training, but he could naturally draw portraits, whatever you want, paint, all that stuff. And like I promised my missus I'd paint a portrait of the kids. I promised a lot of them, actually, so I'm quite behind with it, but I promised her, and I was like, all right, I'm actually going to go and do this. So I painted one up for her, and I was like, fuck, just natural body's natural hyperfocus. I'll do that, and I'm fucking everything else tuned out, and I'm like,
wow.
Just no medication needed, just fucking do that, fucking locked in, and that's like a natural hyperfocus.
Och bilden blev bra och allt så här.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's pretty good.
Wow. För det är grejen med mig, även om jag har ritat hur mycket som helst så verkar inte alls bli bättre så.
But you have a style with yours, so it's,
yeah, but it's like cartoonish.
Yeah, but that's valid. It's they're really good. Like, you complete them as well and sell them, which is actually actually. Can we just raise one thing? Because like, you know, I mentioned it to you yesterday. I was like, I'll come in, I'll mention drawing you did of the Umeå comedians, and I was like, that'll be a bit. I'll complain about how you drew me. Then I like looked at it. And I'm like, again, just like, what am I talking about here? And I'm like, there are some issues, you know what I mean? Because if you haven't seen it, John drew painted or drew, a art piece, a significant art piece depicting most of the comedians from the Umeå comedy scene. And pretty humorously, like, you had Eric with boxing gloves, you had, you know, you had everybody doing. You had Eric, the other Eric.
Like a fun thing.
It was fun. It was fun. Except you had me and Carl locked in a passionate kiss. Like, the only sexual activity, the only intimate activity on the thing. A bit too much, belly to belly, hip to hip, like pushed in. You know what I mean? It was all right. Which, you know what? If I swung that way, all right, and if I swung to men and I swung to comics, I would like to think I'm funny enough to get a paid headliner, right? But second, I was the only one you drew with any ear hair, which is an issue, right? I would like that. I would like a retraction on that, or I'd like a public statement, influencer apology video. But there was also, like, you did draw yourself, like looking like the front cover of the 50 Cent album. Like, you did look a bit muscular and like you're about to take care of some.
Because I try to make myself look fat.
You did look a bit like you could beat somebody up. You look quite tough. And he did draw Vendela, female comic, one of the few, on the ground as the victim of a horrible act of violence, unconscious, which is kind of concerning.
I thought like it was funny that Christopher strangled because he loves murder.
Yeah, he would run out of material for the pod then.
And also I choose Vendela because she's always so suicidal.
So she'd be okay with it then.
Yeah,
All right,
that's like her thing.
fair enough.
Yeah.
No, that was actually really funny. I love that shit. That was fucking hilarious. But again, yeah, there was just a little bit. I was like, motherfucker, do you know how much discipline I have with this shit? Like, I'm half Arabic. I have to keep this like not an afro. It takes regular work.
I have to look at the picture again. I don't remember drawing ear. Yeah.
No, well, I don't even think you would have noticed. It probably was an unconscious, like intuitive ADD, like spectral thing. Like,
I just slipped with my pen.
No, I think you knew it. I think you're a more talented artist than you consciously realize. You was like, I'll just push it another couple of times there. That's not right. Yeah, that's right.
Let's see, we have done
how
5 minutes. I'm gonna see if I had written down any more questions.
Yeah, sorry, I came totally unprepared, like with everything. So
no worries. Jag skrev ner en fråga och det var när brukar du känna dig nervös?
Oh fuck. I'll be honest, less as I get older. So once, because I've got a couple of small kids, and we've been through COVID and study and poverty and all this sort of stuff over the past few years, and like I did a few years of basically no sleep, so I was like not sleeping every other night during studies, and which is maybe a bit nuts. So if you get through all of that, and like I'm like, the fuck am I mean, you get like natural nervous, like going up on stage. There's like natural stuff in the stomach. Yeah, once in a while I go, I'm gonna fucking do this, but most of the time it's that natural biological reaction. I don't really get nervous other than that.
Wow.
But I'm like 43, so as you get older, you stop getting so nervous anymore. You just like you kind of know you're gonna die, and existence is kind of shit.
Så det är samma som när man blir äldre, så slutar man bry sig mer vad andra tycker.
Yeah.
Och by det så känner man sig mer fri.
How old are you, man?
34.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that's around the age like all nervousness basically starts dropping off. You'll have like less. You probably, if you like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know you, but like we don't know each other very well at all. This is probably the most we've chatted, but I don't know. If you look back at how you were at like 25 or whatever from where you are now, you're probably way more nervous and insecure then, I'd guess. And
definitely.
and the same thing just continues. And by the time you're like 45, you're just like a grizzled veteran at life. You're like, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
För mig så hoppas jag verkligen det, för jag känner mig typ nervös hela tiden och så otrygg och rädd. Bara, nej, världen kommer skada mig.
Oh no, the world will come and damage you. We're probably all going to die soon in a nuclear fire. So it's the world is awful. But I don't know. You just
we're all gonna die anyway. So
yeah.
That is coming. Och det kom jag på att tänka för ett tag sedan bara. Det är typ en trygghet nu för tiden att tänka på döden. För det är det enda jag vet i framtiden som definitivt kommer.
Yeah, there's not going to be any letdowns with that. That's actually, you know what? There is a chance with like the way tech is advancing, the rate it's advancing now, and the research that's coming out now. There is actually a small chance that death will be like a very minute, like a much lower possibility. There will be people that will basically have extremely long lives, like insanely long lives in the next sort of 50-100 years.
Okay, shit. So hur länge kan man leva då?
I mean, I don't know, but there's some that claim once the right level of AI research, like right level of like computer power is there, and like they've researched stuff like these different biological things like I am talking, this is gym science now, so this is stuff I heard from podcasts and a little bit of computer stuff I know, right? They research like stuff like telomeres and these fucking eternal living worms and shit. They could basically have it where you won't die unless you get killed.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Så vi kommer vara alla odödliga.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably not going to happen.
Nej, men om det skulle hända också, skulle inte världen gå under bara att vi då kommer ju verkligen överpopulationen bli en sak.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a ways off from overpopulation, but I mean, that probably won't come around, and they'll probably keep it secret for a couple of rich people, you know?
Just det, men annars får man lösa det med att vi inte får föda in några mer nya barn.
Yeah, exactly. No, but you know, as you're saying about the nervous thing, I remember I was chatting to the comic Alfred, the comic from Finland. He was Alfred Backer. Yeah, we were having a chat because we were at the table with a couple of others, and somebody was asking if we got like worried about like dying on bombing on stage and stuff. And I think like me and him were both like, we've got kids, like you go through a bit of shit with small barn where you just like you get kind of abused by them, like because it's a trying thing, and you stop giving a fuck about anything else. So it's like you don't get nervous about a lot after that. You don't really care about too much. Like you can handle most things going wrong after that stuff.
Det som vi hörde Louis C.K. säga att han började bli framgångsrik inom stand-up när han fick barn. För då började han tänka bara shit, jag måste tjäna pengar för att de här ska få mat och så. Och då bara slutar han bry sig i allt annat och bara fokusera på att ta hand om sina barn.
Funny enough, like the way he did it was actually by shitting on his kid on stage. Do you remember that one? He's like, I was awful. I was doing badly until just one day on stage I said, my kid's an asshole because he keeps crying when I want to have sex with him. He just did that, and that's what took him off from there.
Ja, precis. Och sen börjar alla göra det. Men det är så här, när någon uttrycker någonting, då vill alla som uttrycker det. Ja, men jag tror vi kan säga...
have you had enough of me now? Sorry. I just was like trying to remember the bit there. I realized I stopped talking for a second, like in real life.
Nej, det är ingen fara. Så jag brukar göra de här en timme och den här på 50 minuter nu. Så om du har någon sista sak som du vill säga så...
If anyone's watching it, I don't know anything about editing. So anyone watching this and you're in Umeå, come to Restaurang Bald. Are you on it på lördag?
Nej, men jag kommer komma dit. Ska du uppträda?
Yeah. We have a improv night at Restaurang Balda on Saturday in Umeå. Follow Midnight Soul Comedy on Instagram for details, where the public, the audience gets to give us our material. They get to tell us what we're talking about or doing bits about. So it should be a lot of fun. Be creative and torture us. See what we can do.
Det är på lördag den...
28th of March, 2026. Sorry.
Men, tack för att du var här.
Yeah, likewise, man. Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Hoppas du kommer tillbaka.
I can do this pretty free. You can get sick of me pretty quickly, but I can do this quite often, actually.
Faktiskt, man märker på det, du är väldigt bra på att prata.
I'll be honest, I do not shut up generally unless somebody forces me to. In civilian life, like not on. Generally, I'm just like this all the time. So that's why my son will say, "Yeah, you were pretty much supposed to do a podcast." So, I'm basically monologuing to my barn, to myself. COVID was tough.
För mig så är det också tvärtom. Så här, jag är rädd för att prata med människor, och då gör jag det här som ett sätt för att utmana mig till det, också med ståuppkomedin och så här.
Yeah, but I tell you what, your comedy though, like what you do that I've noticed is fucking brilliant. Is and like this might sound like you probably know you're doing, but like you're playing to like a slightly neurodivergent speech pattern and tone. And a rhythm, right? I'm not being like and you like bounce it, and like that tone just fucking delivers the next joke like a fucking machine gun. Because you take these left turns with the next thing you're going to say, and the way you talk gets everybody like, what? And then the audience starts laughing as soon as you've changed subject, and it's fucking, it's really, really good. If anybody...
Så det är ADHD-hjärnan i mig att hoppa från
I'm following it. I'm loving it. But the way, the execution of just switching right there, the way you say it when like you're still saying the last thing as well, and people are still like, you're mid-sentence on the last joke. Or seeming like it, and then he switched to jag har skaffat barn med min flickvän or something like that, and people's like, it's so good. If you haven't seen John live, follow him and catch him at one of his gigs because he's fucking hilarious.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you should know you're watching him, but you go see him live because it is an experience. Don't see me live. Don't see me live. I don't care. Give me some money.
That sounds all right.
All right, man. Listen, this has been great. Thank you.
Detsamma. Hej då.